Well, Wooly here. Guys, fire lighting in the rain. Fire lighting in the rain, right? One stick fire lighting in the rain with just a ferro rod, right? This is something I have done before a lot. Stop it, Bruno. Here, you can have it. Bruno wants to stick. This is something I have done before a lot. I've done it on my own. I've done it in practice. I have done it on camera on Wooly's World, guys. But today, I completely struggled. I really found it difficult. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to watch this video and I want you to see where you think I went wrong. Let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned. So, it's a typical summer's day here in Ireland. Guys, you're out in the summer and you get caught out. Starts to rain. Now I find a lot of times when it starts to rain in the summer, or if it is wet and has been raining before, you can get a lot wetter than you can in winter. Just with the high ferns, the long grass, everything's wet, guys, okay? So you find yourself out in the forest, or you find yourself out somewhere, you need to light a fire, guys. It's wet, it's raining, everything's wet on the ground. What do? Guys, the first thing you want to do is get out of the rain, okay? I know, makes sense, right? But look for a stand of trees, somewhere where you can go that has a little bit of shelter, a bit of leaf cover, somewhere where you can get out of the main downpour and maybe find some dryish materials to get your fire going and get a wee bit of shelter for yourself. So I'm underneath the tree canopy, guys. It's definitely a wee bit more sheltered. There's not as much impact from the rain. And what I got to do now is I got to start looking for materials. Okay, so what am I looking for? Well, there's something right there I can probably use. Guys, this is an ash, a branch of an ash tree that's broken down and it's hanging up in the tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this, I'm going to stick it in my pocket, I'm going to take it with me. First of all, I'm going to try and break it. Breaking's quicker. It's all gone a bit mental. I tell you what I'm going to do. I need to find somewhere sheltered. I need to find somewhere out of this wind where I can scrape a hole and get a fire going. I think there's a wall just over here behind us. I think maybe I might be able to get in behind that wall. Cooter, come on. It's very wild today, guys. Very, very wild. The rain has eased off. Let's see. There is a remarkable difference in this and this. Guys, sometimes shelter can be as simple as that. I feel like I'm shouting, guys. The wind is really, really strong here. Sometimes shelter can be as simple as that. As simple as finding a wall, getting behind it, finding a bend in the mountain, a hillock or something like that, getting behind it. Bruno, you go away there, my sticks. Guys, so, alright, that's what you're looking out for. You know, don't automatically assume that shelter is going to be getting sticks and building some sort of shelter, or getting your tarp out and something like that. Shelter begins even before that. Just finding somewhere that's out of the wind. Maybe the rain's coming this way from behind you guys. So if I'm out of the wind, I'm pretty much nearly out of the rain as well. Bruno, leave my sticks alone. Leave my sticks alone. Look at this stuff. This will be my location, guys. Bruno, come back at me stick. He's going at me stick. Let's get a fire lit. Oh, I'm just scraping away some of this leaf litter, and what I'll do is I'll get a flat rock and I'll put it in here, and that will be for my fire. All I have is a ferro rod at my disposal, right? In real life terms, in my bag, I have emergency fire kit, I have birch bark, I have all these other things that I can use to light a fire. But what I'm going to do today, guys, is I'm going to use a ferro rod only, okay? So what we have behind me is all these trees all around me. And what I'm going to do, because it's so wet, right, I'm going to look for the thinnest sticks that I can find, and I'm going to look for ones that are hung up in the branches, okay? And that's super important, right? If they're hung up in the branches like this, when the rain hits them, the rain will roll off them. It's just starting to rain again now. The rain will roll off them, okay, and the rain will then fall onto the ground. If a stick is on the ground like this, you can see that there are actually fungus growing on this mushroom, right, or on this stick. So what happens is that the moisture is coming down, saturating the ground, so it's actually, the moisture is coming from the ground and from the air as well, so that stick is always going to be wetter, okay? So this is what we got to find. So if we look up here, see this little stick here, okay, and even more so all these ones here. Now I want as many of these as possible, okay? I'm going to get as many as I can, and I am going to stuff them into my pocket while I get the rest of this organized. So it's really hammering it down now. Check this out. So I have my sticks. Everything is soaking, including these sticks, right? So what I want to do is I want to get these, okay, which I'm pretty sure if I split these open are going to be dry on the inside. And I'm going to feather these, okay? And I'm going to use one for feather, and the other one I'm going to use for to put down on the ground as a platform. So I'm going to build what we call a raft fire, okay? But I'm going to keep these ones, and this is probably only about half the amount I need more. I'm going to keep these ones in here, okay? Bruno, you away now, away. And I'm going to batten this down. And the inside of that wood is completely dry, guys. I hope you can see that. It is Now, I'm going to keep one of these, the heftiest one, which will be this one, and I'm going to use it to batten this one. And this is the easiest, should be the easiest one to batten. Now, let's put these ones aside, try and keep them dry on top of this. And what I want to do is I want to lay these ones down like this, okay? Do you understand what I mean by a raft fire? Okay, so you imagine the heat of your fire, right? The chemical reaction that's in your fire is the heat, right? And this is dry, okay? So this is not going to cause that much of an effect to your fire. Whereas this is wet, the stone is wet, as is the ground is wet. So it's going to suck moisture out, or suck heat and energy out of your fire. Bruno, get out of the way. Guys, I'm going to have to put some, get out of the way. I'm going to have to put something over the camera. It's so wet. I hope you guys can still hear me. So I'm going to make some feather sticks. I'm going to make a lot of feather sticks. Or I'm going to make just shavings. They don't necessarily need to be feather sticks. Where's Cooter? I think the dogs have nearly had enough, guys. Cooter! It's tough on them, but I want to get this going. Now, in a real world scenario, guys, I would just put a match or a lighter to this, you know. So, what I want to do, right, is I want to make sure that I have everything within hand's reach. I mean, like straight away. And I want the smallest sticks I have to go onto this first, if I get it to light. See the way I said if there? And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to do very little in the way of editing from here out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, okay? And we'll talk about why it didn't work. But I'm going to process this wood down a little bit more, and I'm going to try and get it a wee bit more. See this one here? We'll try and get smaller shavings on this, and we'll fluff it up a wee bit to see if it works. And guys, this is just a standard ferro rod. There's nothing different about it. Now, before I did all this, I would obviously have gone and collected a whole big ton of firewood, okay, and have it all ready to go. Because once you get this lit and you have your tarp up or your shelter made, oh, it's all raining. I'm just covering this over with my body. You don't want me messing about. Bruno knows the crack. Look, he's in right here. Right here. Now, come on now. Oh. Okay, so I made some finer curls. Ah, come on now. And now it's lashing again. I'm going to cover it. Right, I made some finer curls. This is them here. I think that is my downfall on this. So I've made some finer curls, alright? So just wait for this to blow over, for this squall to blow over. Keep your powder dry, boys. Keep your powder dry. Nah. Now, what I'm doing, guys, is I'm just sort of moving it about. There we go. Now, always making sure. Now I have another pile of stuff here ready to go. I just burnt my thumb a little bit. But remember, when you see those flames starting to come up through it, guys, you know you're on a winner. And get more in across it, okay? And that is a extremely good dog, Bruno. You can have that one. Go on, good dog. Nah, guys, it is a wild day. It is a wild day. So for me, it's a good day to be out practicing skills like this. I know it took me quite a little bit of time. I'm not sure how long until I look back on the video, guys, but that's important to show you guys. And it's gone out. Guys, I'll get it back, don't worry. Okay, it's gone out. Yay! Now I need to start again. You alright, Bruno? You had enough? We've been doing this for a long time, haven't we? Third time's a charm. I'm calling it there. Fire's lit. Ah, my face, my beautiful face. Here, look, have the other stick. Come on, have the other stick. Guys, I am having a well-deserved break after that. Don't know how long that took me. I'll let that burn out.